Hi y'all, Ben from B&A Productions today, and today we're going to be checking out some knots. These knots are the tenderfoot required knots for Boy Scouts, but they're still important for about any Boy Scout or camping activity. So this video will show you all the things you need to know about these knots, so make sure to watch to the very end. Okay, of all the seven knots we're going to be looking at, the square knot is going to be the first one. It is probably one of the most essential ones, and it's also one of the easiest ones. It's really simple to do. You just take I remember by going right over left and then left over right. So, right goes over your left, like this. Then it goes under this little bit. And then you go left over right, like this. And you go under this, so you should get something that looks like this. It's now the main way you can tell if this is a square knot, you should be able to grasp these little two things and you should be able to pull it, and then it should turn into something kind of like this, as you can see. That's the main indication that's a square knot. If it doesn't do that, it's probably not a square knot. Okay, so this next knot we're going to tie is a 2/2 hitch. The main purpose of it is to tie our rope to an object. So for this you only need one end of the rope, so I'm not going to use this rope. You come around the object like this. It was also used a lot, I believe, in lashings. You cross it over like this, then you come up through this tiny little hole. This one can be a little bit more difficult, but mostly straightforward. Once you have that little knot there, you're gonna come up through this. I did not allow myself enough room here. And you're gonna go into this little hole here. Like this. This one might be a little bit of a harder one, but it still should be pretty straightforward. And once you have that, you should be able to pull on this, and it should tighten there. This one is a little tight, so I'll do this one more time. So it goes up, around, through, this, and through this little loop finally. And there's that one. So this next knot is the taut line hitch. It's a lot like the 2/2 hitch, but it has an extra hitch at the end. So like the 2/2 hitch, you're not going to need this end. We're going to take this, going to go around once. It's just going to start off the same like the 2/2 hitch. So you're going to have something like that, like the 2/2 hitch. Instead of coming up and finishing the knot, we're going to do an extra hitch down here. I believe that's the correct terminology, a hitch. Then you're going to come up here and tuck this in and finish it off exactly like the 2/2 hitch. Hopefully you can see that. There's that. Look like something like that. Is camera in focus? It is. So we'll do that one more time. Up around once, twice, come up and go around. Just like that, and you have your half. So this next knot we're going to practice is called the bowline. It is one of the more important knots. It's the main gimmick of this is that it's a no-slip knot. So if you're in a rescue situation, you don't want to like squeeze somebody, you can just tie this and you don't have to worry about them being squeezed. So the most important way to remember this is you make a loop like this. Now, this will not work if you have it like this. You have to make sure that it goes like this. So after that, as everybody remembers it, the bunny comes up the hole, around the tree, and back down through the hole. Like that. Once you have that, you're gonna grab the two bunny trails, this string and this string, and you're gonna slowly pull. Now, with this one, it's no slip. So with like a 2/2 hitch, for instance, if you did this, it would tighten it and it would eventually go into squeeze my hand, like here. But because this is a bowl line, it's not going to do that, so it doesn't slip, which is a nice gimmick. So if you're in a rescue situation, you can do this one. Let's see this one more time. Make your rabbit hole. The bunny comes up the hole, around the corner, and back through the hole. Pull on the rabbit tail, and then you slowly pull. That should be it. So this next knot we're going to tie is the clove hitch. It's similar to the other one never mind. It is, it's mostly used for lashings, to start lashings. It's kind of like the, what was the other one? The 2/2 hitch, I believe. So it starts like this. You come up around under. Okay, so you put this on the flashlight. You come up over. Then you go around. So you cross that, and then you come up through this. Now this is a pretty straightforward knot. It's used, like I said, for starting lashes. So we'll do this one more time. And there is your knot. Next and final knot is going to be the sheet bend. It's for tying two pieces of rope together that have unequal diameters. These aren't unequal diameters, but you can still tie it the same. So your first step is going to take your end of your one rope, and you're going to bring it over to like this side here. Once you have that, you're going to take your other rope. You're going to come up through that loop you just made. Like that. And you're going to bring it over to here. Go around town. And you're going to go around that loop you just made. So something like this. So you'll see that, and then you can just pinch this closed. And there you got your sheet bend. So this next and final knot is going to be the timber hitch. So you have our rope here. The main purpose of this is for hauling heavy stuff. So we're gonna come up around here. Gonna come around this little crevice here. Then we are just going to wind this end of this rope just around this rope here that we just tied. Gonna do that a few times. The more the better, but you know, you don't need to get too picky on this. Then you're gonna take this rope that you just have, gonna tie this, and then you're going to bring it across here and bring it up through that loop. And now you can haul this around like a pet dog flashlight, because I don't have anything better. And it tightens up, which is why it's so good. Make sure you do a lot of these. I didn't do many because I'm just practicing. This is a smaller object. So that concludes this video. So stay tuned for our next videos. Our channel's about a bunch of BSA. What this mumbling idiot is trying to say is that our channel is a really awesome channel with a bunch of really cool scouting and outdoors things, and you should check it out. So subscribe if you aren't already, like, comment, and share. See you next time.